Good morning. It is Saturday, December 7th. I'm Haley Fixler in the Fox 5 newsroom. Thanks for joining us live on the Fox Local app. A potential big break in the search for the suspected killer of the CEO of United Healthcare. Right now, you are looking at a photo of a backpack obtained by Fox 5. Police think this backpack was worn by the shooting suspect. Investigators believe the suspect is no longer in New York City. A judge has dismissed the top charge against Daniel Penny in the chokehold death of Jordan Neely on a subway car. This comes after a jury deadlocked on whether he was guilty of manslaughter. Jurors will now consider a lesser charge of criminally negligent homicide. A quick check of the forecast for you tonight. Today, sunny and some clouds. Tonight, a threat of snow showers. Tomorrow, thankfully, some warmer temperatures. Some people who live in Seaford, Long Island say the smell from a nearby wastewater treatment plant has gotten so bad that some days they cannot even go outside. Fox 5's Jody Goldberg spoke with several people who live in the area about what they're going through.
Jessica Jager moved into what she thought was her dream home.
We totally renovated the whole house.
But a strong sewage smell coming from the Cedar Creek wastewater treatment plant has made it feel more like a nightmare.
We knew nothing of this, and we were really shocked and really upset to find out.
Neighbors who live near the plant say it's no surprise to smell something.
Every so often you would have a little bit of a stench that would come through.
But
the rotten egg smell,
since October,
my whole laundry room stinks.
It's only gotten harder to quell the smell.
I always have a candle when I am home.
More than 400 people have signed a petition calling on Veolia, the company that runs and maintains the sewage plant for Nassau County, to investigate.
There are many reports of people saying they're getting headaches, stomach aches, their eyes are bothering them.
Now, we've been in the area most of the day, and when there's no wind, it's not as noticeable. But right now, when there's a gust, it could be overbearing.
I have a decreased sense of smell, but I do smell it. It smells like garbage.
It's disturbing. Yeah, I have a grandchild living with me.
A spokesperson for Veolia tells Fox 5 recent reports have been investigated and, quote, found no process upsets that could be causing increased odors at this time. And they try to minimize any impact on the community by monitoring, isolating, and eliminating odor issues.
You usually like to get the fresh ocean air, and that gets ruined when the sewer plant is blowing.
As for Jessica, she's had to adjust the way she lives.
Sometimes we do have to choose to stay inside. I have 2 dogs. Sometimes I don't want to walk them.
She doesn't want to go elsewhere.
We're told pretty consistently that nothing's happening, nothing is wrong, it's not hazardous to our health, but that's all very hard to believe.
The idea of moving really stinks. In Nassau County, Long Island, Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
The woman accused of stowing away on a Delta flight from New York to Paris without a boarding pass has been released on a recognizance bond. But she will have a GPS monitor and a curfew. Svetlana Dolly did not enter a plea in court yesterday as she was charged with being a stowaway. She was arrested by the FBI when she landed back at JFK Airport Wednesday night. According to court documents, she told a federal agent she knew her conduct was illegal. The FBI says she was able to get in line at the TSA security checkpoint by walking in with a large flight crew. They say she got past Delta agents while they were helping other passengers. Well, holiday party season is here, and that usually means a lot of booze and a lot of food. And if you want to master mindful drinking, zebra striking may be the move for you. Fox 5 Jessica Formoso takes a look at this new trend.
Oh, zebra striping? No, I have not.
Zebra striping is when you alternate between alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks.
I kind of like that idea. You're kind of like pacing yourself, kind of not drinking all at once. You're kind of like diluting it with a non-alcoholic beverage. I mean, nowadays, I lean towards mocktails.
Claire is a bartender at the Cottage in Forest Hills. It was the first time she heard the term zebra striping.
It's always alcohol drinks. There's very rarely do they ask for something that's not alcohol.
It's clearly not an American thing or a New York thing, but according to a new report, 2024 Low and No Drinking Differently looked at evolving drinking habits across the UK. They found that a quarter of UK drinkers zebra stripe when they go to pubs and bars.
That method is, I think, a good way of managing someone's alcoholic intake.
Why do it? Well, it reduces your alcohol intake by half. 'Tis the season for lots of parties, which means a lot of drinking.
That would be good for somebody that doesn't know how to control their alcohol when they go out, because at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of drinking and driving, there's a lot of nonsense.
So the question is, will Americans start zebra striping this holiday season?
Seems like a nice way to prevent alcohol poisoning.
If I'm going out, I'm gonna get the job done.
It wouldn't suit New York. Why? People like to drink, have fun in New York.
Maybe zebra striping at your work holiday party may not be such a bad idea. In Queens, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
The New York Department of Sanitation is now hiring per diem emergency snow shovelers to work this season. Starting pay is $18.54 an hour. Workers will remove snow and ice from bus stops, crosswalks, and fire hydrants. For more information and to register, you can head to nyc.gov. Well, the Brooklyn Nets will play in China next year. They will play in the Phoenix Suns in 2 exhibition games in October. The Nets owner is also the co-founder of the Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba. Now, this is the first time the NBA will visit China since 2019. The league and China had a falling out over the communist nation's human rights record. All right, you book a reservation weeks out and later decide not to go. This is now being called reservation ghosting, and restaurant owners and managers say it is becoming a really big problem. Fox 5's Duarte Geraldino is taking a look at what's being done to stop this.
The burgers at Harvest American Bistro are famous on the Upper West Side. To avoid the wait, people make reservations sometimes weeks in advance.
Our burgers are really, really good. Like, we have them from a local place in the Bronx that grinds the meat for us.
But owner Jeremy Vlades has a problem. More and more people are making reservations, then not showing up. They're ghosting him.
Cancellations can be, in my world, 15–20% of the time.
And that really hurts the bottom line. Restaurants already have tiny profit margins, around 10% for the best of them. And with no-shows at 20% citywide, according to Resi and Open Table, what about the bottom line?
They can cost you 10–15% of the bottom line.
Andrew Ridgey is the executive director of the New York City Hospitality Alliance, which represents thousands of restaurants. He says people are double, even triple booking reservations at hotspots just to make sure they get a table somewhere.
We've heard people that have multiple restaurants, and people have even made a restaurant reservation at more than one of their restaurants and then canceled one of them, gone to the other.
But there's another reason for all the no-shows, a growing secondary market for restaurant reservations.
There's been a big problem with restaurant reservation scalping, where people are actually booking hard-to-get restaurant reservations and then scalping them and selling them online to the highest bidder.
Reservation scalping is supposed to be illegal, but the governor still hasn't signed the bill into law, so what can restaurants do? Open Table is now requiring deposits to make reservations. They say it cuts no-shows, but a lot of restaurants don't want to alienate customers by charging fees. The worry is all the ghosting could mean higher prices for everyone.
How much can you really sell a burger for? So you can raise prices, but every time you raise them, you lose somebody.
Open Table is also tracking no-shows, and they'll flag you. So the next time you try to make a reservation at some hot new place, they'll know that you might ghost them. On the Upper West Side, Duarte Geraldino, Fox 5 News.
Santa Claus is trading in his reindeer for the New Jersey Transit. The annual Railmen for Children ride with Santa departed from the Hoboken terminal yesterday. More than 340 children and those with special needs took a ride with jolly old St. Nick. The kids got some presents, treats, decorations, and lots of holiday cheer. The organization of trained conductors and engineers have been sponsoring this magical event for more than 40 years. Well, Dolly Parton is looking for some new dollies. The country's music star is holding a casting call looking for some talented performers to portray herself at different ages for her new Broadway show called Dolly, an original musical. The show will tell the story of her life with music, of course, by Dolly. It is slated to debut in 2026. Audition instructions are posted on the show's website, dollymusical.com. And that does it for us this morning. I'm Haley Fixler. Have a great day. And remember, Fox 5 News is always streaming right here on the Fox Local app.